Hey there, welcome to WTMK Live, your holistic health and unconventional foodie destination. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about fermented foods and probiotics and why you should incorporate them into your healthy eating lifestyle. So if information about probiotics is something that you've been looking for, then today's show is absolutely for you. And if you know anyone else who's interested in learning about probiotics, make sure you share this out with them. In case we have not yet met, my name is Colette Wydick. I am a certified integrative nutrition health coach, and I'm super passionate about helping women who are struggling to control their blood sugar, lower their cholesterol, and release the weight. So let's see who we have here with us today. Hey, Michael. Hey, Denise. Welcome in. So as you're joining in, please make sure you say hello. Make sure you let me know where you're coming in from. And if you've shared out this video, please type in the comments shared so I can give you a super special shout out. Hey, Jody. Welcome in, girl. Okay. So who's heard about probiotics? Who takes probiotics? Who thinks they should be taking probiotics? Who doesn't know? If you don't know what probiotics are, put a 2 in the comments for me, because today I'm going to explain all about probiotics. So first of all is, what are they? Well, probiotics are excuse me, they are bacteria that line your digestive tract. Well, why would I want bacteria in my digestive tract? Well, because your digestive tract already has bacteria in it. That's what helps to digest your food. Problem is, most of us don't have enough, and also the other thing is we don't have enough of the right kind in order to break down our food so that we can absorb all our nutrients and all that stuff. And that's where probiotics come into play. So one of the easiest ways to get probiotics every single day in your diet is to eat fermented foods. So why are fermented foods good for you? That's another really great question. Well, the most important reason is because it's the easiest way for you to get probiotics down the hatch. So you ask, what are the benefits of eating fermented foods that have probiotic bacteria in them? Well, here they go. So probiotics will help to boost your digestion, improve it. They also help with your cognitive function, so your brain power. Hello. They will boost your immunity, which, as we are entering into, fall and winter and the flu season and all that stuff, we absolutely want to boost our immunity so we don't get sick, all winter. They also help to treat IBS. How about that? They also provide minerals that build bone density. So for those of us who are of the older persuasion and are concerned about osteoporosis, this is another great reason why we should have probiotics in our life. They also can help to alleviate allergies. Who knew? So here's another thing that they do, and this is really important. Probiotics kill the harmful yeast and microbes that cause problems like candida. So that's another great reason why you should be eating fermented foods that are probiotic. So hey, Peter. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Kathy. So let me just tell you what the top 10 fermented foods are. Number 1 is kefir. Number 2 is kombucha. And I'm actually drinking kombucha right here. This is a delicious flavor I've never tried before. It's hibiscus ginger. So good. Number 3 on the list is sauerkraut, which is going to take us to our conversation about cabbage. So that's what we're going to do today. Number 4 is pickles. Number 5 is miso. Number 6 is tempeh. Number 7 is natto. Number 8 is kimchi. So those of you who love Asian food are probably well aware of what kimchi is. Number 9 is raw cheese, and number 10 is yogurt. So you can see that yogurt is at the bottom of the list. So although you are going to get probiotic benefit from eating yogurt, it is not it's not up at the top of the list like you would have maybe thought that it would be. So although yogurt is still good, it's not the best. So, and also raw apple cider vinegar, the one that has the mother in the bottom of it, that also does contain some probiotics. So if you use that to make like salad dressing and stuff like that, and you have a little bit of that every day, that's great too. So let's get started, shall we? On my table here, you can see, look at this lovely cabbage. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sauerkraut. I'm going to show you how super simple it is to make, because sauerkraut is one of those foods that's really, really good for you, and it has lots of probiotics in it. However, it matters a great deal how that sauerkraut is made. You don't want to have it made where it's been heat treated, because the heat treatment is going to destroy all of the good probiotic bacteria that's in there. So let me just get this core out of here. And probably what I'm going to do is cut it in half, and that'll help it better too. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we want to take these big leaves off, and we're going to keep these for later, and you'll see what I'm going to do with them. Let me get this cleaned up a little. Here's another big leaf. I'll keep that one too. All right, so let's cut this bad dog in half. And then we're going to slice it up nice and thin, like, how sauerkraut comes, all nice little thin slices. And that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to take it and we're just going to slice it real thin like this, so that it's almost shredding it. And, if you wanted to, you could really go right ahead and use a food processor or something like that and shred it, because that would be okay too. And we're just going to do this. Nice thin slices. And sauerkraut is so simple to make, and it just takes a few days, and you'll have sauerkraut that you can put in your refrigerator. And once it's made, it lasts for a really long time. Now, here's the thing with sauerkraut. Sauerkraut that's good for you is going to have a pretty high sodium content, because that's how you make it, is you make it in a brine. So you see that we have all these really tiny little thin pieces here of cabbage. So what we're going to do is going to put this, let me just take this here, put this in the bowl. Let's slice this up, makes it nice and thin. All right. And what we're going to do is, oh, look at all those nice, beautiful little pieces of cabbage. Let's go ahead and slice up the other half here. So have any of you ever made sauerkraut? Let me know in the, hey, Doreen, welcome in, girl. Has anybody here ever made homemade sauerkraut? I remember when I was growing up, I grew up in a town in Tennessee called Collegedale, and it has a big university there. And I used to work in a cafeteria, and they used to make homemade sauerkraut there in the cafeteria. It was so good. And they used to make gigantic vats full of it, because there was several hundred kids at the college. So when they made stuff in big quantity. But it was so good. And at that time, I never really realized how much better for you it is to have it homemade, first of all. And second of all, all of the other amazing health benefits of having raw, homemade sauerkraut. All right, so we have all of this big cabbage here in our bowl. And what we're going to do is I'm going to sprinkle this. I have 2 tablespoons. I've used kosher salt here. You can absolutely use sea salt or Himalayan salt or something like that if you like. And then all you do is you start to massage, and you just start doing this to the cabbage, and you'll see after just a few minutes it's going to start to get soft and break down, and it's going to start to release its juice, and that's what we want to do. So maybe I should have just tried doing just a little bit just to show you, because having all this in there is going to take a little bit. So let me take some of this out and start with a smaller batch so you can see what will happen here. Start a little bit. Okay. And you can probably hear the hear all of it, the crispness of this cabbage. Well, that's going to start to go away. And I'm going to actually get just a tiny bit more salt, because I think most of that salt was at the top, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit. So here's the thing: when you're eating sauerkraut, in order to have the sodium content be not quite so high, you should discard and wring out the cabbage when you serve it, which is something I always do. Like, even when I buy it at the store, I always drain the liquid out of it, and I squeeze it really dry. And if I need to add, any moisture, I just add plain water. So if you do that, you will automatically start to, you automatically reduce the amount of sodium in it, so you can make it good. So if you notice, I don't know if you can see here. Can you see the liquid that's starting to form? Because that's what you want it to do. See, you're just massaging this, and you could actually take this in if you wanted to and sit on the couch and watch TV and massage your cabbage. Hey, Rhonda, welcome in. So you have not made homemade sauerkraut before, huh, Denise? Well, it's super, super good and super good for you. So then what you do is you take this cabbage after you've, broken it down, and you start to get some moisture out of it. You stick it in a jar that you can seal. And let me move this so you can see. Then you just push it down, and you just keep doing that. And when you finish and you get all of this done, then you just seal it up, put it in a cool, dark place. I'm actually going to just leave it right here on my counter, because it stays pretty cool in my kitchen in the winter time. And after about 3 days, you can taste it and see if it's tangy enough for you. If it's not, let it go for a couple more days. And once it's reached the tanginess that you like, then you can put it right in your refrigerator, and it will keep for a very long time. Although you probably won't have to keep it that long. So I am going to have this recipe on my website. But first of all, let's talk about some of the benefits of having probiotics in your life. So here are a few of them. Probiotics will support the ability for you to absorb nutrients, which we talked about, so that will improve your health. It will help you to reduce inflammation in your body, which will help to keep you, it's like fighting free radicals, so that lessens your chances of cancer and other diseases. They help to treat IBD and IBS. So if you have either one of those issues, making sure that you have plenty of probiotics in your life is a very good thing. It can also help to alleviate symptoms of anxiety. You know, your gut is a very large organ in your body, and there's a very large connection between your gut and your brain, because, you know, if you think about it, it's you're getting the signals for eating and digestion and everything else happens between your gut and your brain. So if you have a healthy, happy gut, you will have a much better, improved mood. Kind of makes sense to me. So that's another great reason to get probiotics in your life, because it will help to improve your mood and help you out with some anxiety issues. And goodness knows, this world is plenty full of things to be anxious about, so why not help ourselves as much as possible not to feel anxious? So you see, this is all going pretty fast. Okay, so the next one here is that probiotics can actually help to improve joint discomfort. So if you have, if you have arthritis or some other issues with your joints, then having probiotics in your healthy eating lifestyle is something that will absolutely help you to have your joints to feel better. It will also boost your immune system, which we've talked about, which is really important, as like I said before, as we're coming into the fall and winter. Hey, Deanna, how are you, girl? Is it cold yet in Iowa? I imagine it probably is. So it also, like we talked about before, will help to alleviate the symptoms of allergies and asthma. And here's something else. If you are taking antibiotics for any reason, having probiotics actually helps the antibiotics to work better and to reduce your body's resistance to the antibiotics. And they're also super important once you are done taking antibiotics to build your intestines back up again, because antibiotics destroy your intestines. So you always want to make sure you're having lots of probiotics before, during, and after you have a round of antibiotic treatment from your doctor. Fermented foods and probiotics also help to lower blood pressure by improving your lipid panel. So, if your cholesterol is high, having probiotics can help to lower your cholesterol, which that's pretty important too. So we're getting close to being done here. I'm so happy. Yay. So let's put this last bit in here, and you can see I have quite a bit of juice in the bottom of my container here, my bowl. Okay, so, and here's another one. If you are diabetic and you're having trouble getting your blood sugars to regulate, probiotics in your life will help to manage your blood sugar, especially when your blood sugars have been running on the high side. So probiotics are great if you are diabetic. They also help with weight loss, because probiotics will increase your energy. They also help to your body to detoxify, which in turn will help you to lose more weight. And probiotics and fermented foods in particular will help you to control sugar cravings. So, hello, that's pretty amazing, right? So let's talk about sauerkraut. Hey, Denise, you're sad. You can't do this. You have arthritis, and all that squeezing would. Oh, yeah. Maybe you could get your hubby to do it, and you could supervise. That would be fun, and maybe the kids too. Could be like a family event. You could get them to squeeze, and you could stick it in the jar here and squish it down. That you could probably do, right? That would be great. So you could make it like a family event. That's awesome. So sauerkraut is probably one of the oldest traditional foods that there is. And in German, sauerkraut means sour cabbage. It's exactly what it means. And if you think that the Germans are the ones who created it, you would be wrong. They think that it was actually invented by the Chinese many, I don't know, 1,000 years ago or something like that. I don't know. You can use either this green cabbage like I used, or you could also use red cabbage, whatever your preference is. And you can see now, look how much juice I have. And you'll see when I push this down, there's going to be a lot more. So let's talk some more about this cabbage. It is high in dietary fiber, which if you are following me ever at all, you know that fiber is my thing. I think everybody should be eating way more fiber than they are. In fact, it's a pretty well-known fact that the amount of fiber that you're supposed to have recommended is between 25 and 40 grams of fiber every day, and most people only have about 13. So that's a long way from the 25 to 40 you're supposed to have. Now, I don't know if you can see, but you can see that this juice is right up over top of my cabbage here. It's right up at the top. And this is what you want. You want no air bubbles in here. So that's why I'm pushing this all down. Okay, you see that? So that's another good thing about the sauerkraut. It's also high in vitamins A, C, K, and B vitamins. And it also has iron, copper, calcium, sodium, manganese, and magnesium, all super important minerals for us to have in our diet. So, studies have suggested that sauerkraut has a lot of really beneficial health benefits. So, they are to boost your digestive health, aid in circulation, fight inflammation, strengthen your bones, and reduce your cholesterol, which are things we've already talked about. And if you're interested in reading that article, it's actually an article I found on PubMed. So if you'd like, let me know. I will post the link to that article. But you see here now I have these leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to push down really hard. And I don't know if can you see on top of that leaf, there's liquid right on top of that leaf. So that shows that this is all the way covered up with the liquid. And I'm just going to keep smishing these in there. I want this to be completely covered. Put this last one in there. Keep this all covered up. And here's another thing I'm going to do. Here's a bag, a Ziploc bag. It's just got water, and I put a little bit of salt in it just in case. So if it breaks, it will be salty water, not regular water. And I'm going to push that in here to help keep everything down. And then we're sealing this bad dog up, and we're going to wait for a few days so we can have some delicious homemade sauerkraut. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait. I'm going to go get myself a kielbasa. Oh, yum. Yum, 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 yum. So if this, oh, thanks, Denise. This is just like a regular type of mason jar. I think I got it. I think actually I got it at the Christmas tree shop, which is kind of like a dollar store. I think I paid like $3 for it, so it's not expensive at all. So if this kind of information is something that really excites you and interests you at all, I have a group called the Unconventional Foodie Club. It's my group coaching program. I'd love to have you come and join us. If you would like to have information on that club, please put club in the comments. I'll be happy to send you a message and get you started so you can come and join us. We have a great time in that club. In fact, right now, this week, we've been doing fiber and counting our fiber intake. So, and we've also been talking a little bit about fermented foods as well. And I go live in that group every week, and tonight is our go live night. So they're going to see me again tonight. We're going to talk about fermented foods again. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Thursday. I hope you have a great weekend planned. And I will see you right back here next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, here's to your health. Bye-bye.